Hello, hello. Test 1, 2, 3. Test. Okay, it seems like I'm an hour late. I looked at the times when this race will start. I saw 3 o'clock. I thought it was the usual 3 p.m. I didn't think it was going to be 3 p.m. some other time. Well, at least I'm here. And I'm watching Formula One. So Formula One, a lot has happened. Perez is in 5th. Fernando Alonso in 6th. Max Verstappen is in 7th. Remember, Max Verstappen started the race at close to last position. He's in 7th place. Valtteri Bottas started last position. He's in 14th place. Lando Norris is still leading the race. Lewis Hamilton is very close behind him. They only have less than 10 laps to go, so 9 laps to go. I did not expect to miss the start of the Grand Prix. I did not expect to miss a big chunk of the Grand Prix, but hey, here we go. So the positions, I have to catch up myself. Lando Norris in front, like I said, he's only a second ahead of Lewis Hamilton, which means that Lewis Hamilton and his team is preparing to pass Lando Norris. I really hope that Lando Norris can get this one. I really hope so. But I think it's going to be very tough. Carlos Sainz is in the 3rd place, behind Lewis Hamilton. Daniel Ricciardo in 4th place. Sergio Perez in 5th place. I believe Sergio Perez just passed Daniel Ricciardo. Fernando Alonso is behind Daniel Ricciardo in 5th place. And Fernando Alonso is in 6th. Max Verstappen in 7th place. Charles Leclerc is in 8th place. Lance Stroll in 9th. George Russell in 10th. So George Russell's third place start from the race. I'm pretty sure they probably messed him up in the pit stops and his pit strategy, most likely. So he didn't have a chance to actually defend his place. Top 3 position. Esteban Ocon in 12th, Kimi Räikkönen in 13th, 14th, Valtteri Bottas, Pierre Gasly in 15th, Nicolas Latifi in 14th. Nicolas Latifi in 16th, I meant. I really want to see Lando Norris win this Grand Prix. Not only will it help Verstappen, but it also, it gives Lando Norris the ability to have more faith and more trust in his team to give him a winning car. Even though he has to push his car harder than what Lewis will have to push his car, seeing that performance is way worse than a Mercedes, of course. Mercedes worker team. So Hamilton's 1 second behind Norris, and Carlos Sainz is 30 seconds behind Hamilton. Ricciardo is 2 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. Sergio Perez. So Sergio Perez passed Ricciardo and then immediately lost his position. That's interesting. Probably watches side by side. Alonso is 6th place, 5 seconds behind Perez, which is interesting. Verstappen is a second and a half behind Fernando Alonso. Trust me, it's going to be very hard for Verstappen to pass Alonso. Even though I want him to pass Alonso, I already understand that it's not going to be something that he's just going to do. He's going to really have to dig deep to try and pass Alonso, because Alonso doesn't make things easy for anybody. Try and pass him. I won't lie, it's actually summertime, or it's becoming summertime here, so it's spring. It's very hot where I am, very, very hot, and all my electronics are heating up like it's a heater, dude. Like it's a heater. Did he pause him or not? Oh yeah, he did definitely pause. At least Sergio Perez is starting to pass people. But compared to how many places Verstappen made up, I think Sergio Perez still has a lot of difficulty keeping up with the pace and the skill of Verstappen, if I have to be completely honest. So we have 5 laps remaining. 5 laps remaining. My question is, will Verstappen pass Alonso? Actually, it looks like he backed off. Like he's backing off. It looks like Verstappen is backing off from trying to pass Alonso. Very interesting. This is definitely going to be the hardest race Lando Norris is going to try or attempt to win. So if Lando Norris wins this from Lewis, trust me, this is not going to go. This is not going to be a small victory. This is going to be a massive victory for Lando Norris, because now he proved to himself that he can actually beat Mercedes fair and square, qualifying and race trim. So they're saying it's about to rain. So now teams are contemplating whether or not they need to go on to intermediate tires, which is tires that you use when it's raining, when it starts to rain. All I'm saying is Lando Norris just needs to, the issue is Lando Norris is not on the level of defending as Alonso. So even if Lando Norris is a very good driver, very fast, he cannot beat. Yeah, he made a mistake. So Lando Norris made a mistake. But it seems he's still trying to stay ahead. Lando Norris made a mistake. I don't think they're contemplating whether or not Verstappen and Red Bull needs to gamble and go on to intermediates. I don't think they should. I think they should just try and get maximum points. So I don't think they should go into the pit and lose position. I must say, I'm surprised. I completely missed the race by an hour. I'm always used to it starting now, man. I'm always used to the race starting in the afternoon at the same time. For whatever reason, it didn't start. I did look at the times, but I didn't look at the time compared to my time. So I assumed when I saw that the time, I assumed it was my time. The normal time, the usual time. That's what happens when you assume. You just put yourself in a very tricky situation. The rain is increasing, so they say the rain is increasing. Lewis Hamilton is 2 seconds behind Lando Norris. However, I am looking at footage. It's just a slightly delayed footage. I'm looking at slightly delayed footage. So it seems to have rained really heavily, like really heavily. There's only 3 laps remaining. No one wants to pit. The leaders do not want to pit. Lewis Hamilton waiting for intermediates, dude. Man, they pitted Verstappen too late. They pitted Lewis Hamilton too late, dude. I mean, Verstappen, they pitted him too late. I blame Red Bull because they should have decided immediately. So Lewis Hamilton went in for intermediates, and Lando Norris said, "No, I'm not." So basically, it's chaos right now. It's chaos because it's raining. It's like it just started storming up with heavy rain at the circuit in Russia, and that is why there's so much. Vettel almost crashed into his teammate. They basically touched each other, and Vettel was squeezed into the wall, basically. Basically squeezed into the wall was Vettel, even though his teammate was not in front. Lando Norris is telling his team to shut up because they are telling him that the cars are going off the track, and Lando Norris is like, yes, I know this. These don't tell me things I already know. Dude, the fact that they didn't put Verstappen immediately, that's kind of insane. Kind of insane, I won't lie. Verstappen's in 3rd place? Verstappen's in 3rd place, no ways. No ways, Verstappen's in 3rd place, dude. That is insanity. This race went better for Verstappen. Okay, it's not over yet, so I shouldn't say it's over. Norris refuses to go into the pits. His team is basically begging him to go into the pits and to change the tires. Lando Norris says, no, I'm in front, I stay in front. I stay out. It's just insane. It's absolutely insane. If Lando Norris wins this race, it is all him. It is absolutely him because his teammate wanted him to pit. And he said, no, I can take care of this. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. He lost 1st place. Oh, man. I think Norris made a massive mistake. Oh, man. Norris made a big mistake and he lost his 1st place. His team was begging him not to. His team was begging him to pit, dude. Yuki Tsunoda and I'm actually very sad for Lando Norris. He's in 4th place. I'm very sad for Lando Norris. Very sad. Lando Norris wanted to use his driving skill to keep his car in front and he couldn't do that. Max Verstappen is in 2nd place. That is one hell of a race for Max Verstappen. Oh, poor Lando. Poor Lando Norris. He eventually went into the pits. He eventually went into the pits, dude. Oh man, I am like poor Lando Norris, dude. I'm sure he must be defeated right now. I feel like he lost. He lost a really. Yep, it's basically the Belgium Grand Prix all over again. That's literally what the weather is like. It's the Belgian Grand Prix all over again. Yeah, Lando Norris slid off the track. He did not damage his car. I'll give him that. He's on mediums. He did not damage his car. This is sad, man. Poor Lando, man. Oh, Lando Norris. So now it's obvious that he should have just. Dude, they changed Verstappen's engine and he's still second. That is really good, dude, but I feel bad for Lando Norris. Lando Norris is in 8th place. 8th place. Lando Norris is in 8th place, dude. Oh man, that's sad. That's really sad. Poor Lando Norris. You wanted to defend his lead with medium tires, where when it was basically raining so much he would never have stood a chance, but who would have known because the rain was coming down so fiercely. Kimi Räikkönen in 7th place, Fernando Alonso 6th place. Valtteri Bottas is up in 5th place, dude. Lando Norris went from 1st place to 8th place in a blink of an eye. Sergio Perez is in 9th place. George Russell 10th. Lance Stroll 11th. Sebastian Vettel 12th. Pierre Gasly 13th. Esteban Ocon 14th. Charles Leclerc in 15th. Charles Leclerc went off the track. He had to reverse his car to get back onto the track. Dude, driver of the day has to be. Oh man, plus he got a penalty. He got a penalty as well. Because Lando Norris had no grip on his tires, he tried to go into the pits and then he crossed the line, which is not supposed to do when you go into the pits. And he went off of the pit lane line and he went back to the pit lane line trying to get back to the pits. I can't believe that Verstappen is the 2nd place. That is amazing. Amazing. Poor Lando Norris. I think the fact that Lando Norris is in 7th place now, and he's not in 8th place, but the fact that he's in 7th place is sad, dude. Very sad. I'm just surprised. How did Verstappen manage? So did they pit him earlier, or what happened there? Because how did he slingshot almost 4 people in front of him? Because he was in 7th place, so he slingshot Fernando. Okay, Valtteri Bottas also had a very good start because he's in 3rd place from 14th place. Slingshot 4 people, dude. Hundred race victories for Lewis Hamilton, but ultimately Lando Norris was the winner today in my book. Lando Norris was the winner, dude. Poor Lando. Dude, I wonder if that's his mother, because there was one pit crew person, some lady in the pit crew of the McLaren garage that looked like she was completely defeated. Super sad. Someone in the McLaren garage looks super sad for Lando Norris, that's for sure. And that's exactly the emotion you would feel for this guy. Well, Lando Norris should have won that Grand Prix. He wanted to stay on the medium tires because he felt he could still manage the car and keep it in front without putting and risking his position. That's sad, man. Really sad. Well, this might be a short stream, but at least I witnessed the dramatic end to this Grand Prix, which is really sad for Lando Norris. Fastest lap, Lando Norris, 1 minute 37.4. He gets an extra point for that at least, but still. Trust me, that is not gonna motivate him at all, because he basically had the race win if it didn't rain. If it didn't rain, Lando Norris would have won this race, I feel. There is a chance that Lewis Hamilton might have tried to attempt to pass Lando Norris. That's sad. Okay, hopefully you did enjoy this live stream. That is it for me. Very short stream. I missed an hour of Grand Prix only because I thought it was starting at the normal time. It didn't. It started 1 hour before the normal time, and I will keep closer eye on that. I already know I should, but for some reason I saw the normal time and I figured that is for me, not for their local time, and that just messed me up. And yeah, well, very sad day for Lando Norris, because he could have legitimately won his first Grand Prix, and now he's not even in top 3, which is unfair, if I can say the least. Purely because of rain at the lot. You had less than 7 laps to go, and the rain destroyed his whole Grand Prix opportunity of becoming his first winner of a Grand Prix. That's sad, man.
Search for SuperDavedevYT.